Wow, you have like a house like this, like a bungalow, a cute one, with the roof was a bit like deteriorated. Then right next to it, you have like this big, ginormous house that's being constructed. Look at this. This porta potty actually doesn't smell bad. This is really uneven, to be careful. Whoops. Oh, look at this. Look at this construction. And then you have like another big, beautiful house. Polish people live here with the Doberman. And that dog is actually kind of scary looking. Russell's scared of it. He starts barking and gets all intimidated. Yeah, a Polish family lives there. This is a house I wanted to purchase when it was on sale. My mom said she would buy it for me. When I was dating Ibrahim, she didn't understand what was going on in that relationship, truthfully. Look how nice it is. It's either this one or that one. I think it was this one, actually. Yeah, it was this one. There's a nice Indian family that lives here now. Have like nice garden decorations and pumpkins. And look at that. Is that a Jeep? All terrain? Something. It's like a vintage car. And then you have another like small little house like this, and then this huge, ginormous like new construction. This one looks cool. Imperial concrete forming. Yeah, this is nice. Their porta potty is a blue color. Doesn't smell bad either. I have a building permit. I'm receiving mail too. This is another Polish family that lives here. The man constructed this house himself. It's like beautiful and ginormous, and like it took him so long to finish it. The backyard is also really nicely landscaped. This is like the master house here. They have like little krasnoludki, which are like little gnomes in Polish culture, on their windows, or up at the circle part. You can see that. I think that's a tradition in Polish culture, also to scare away like evil spirits. I don't know if it's sold finally, or if like he just decided to keep it for himself. Look at that gnome. There's one there, and then there's one here. Interesting. And it's made out of stone, just on the front. And they have stucco on the side. No, it's brick on the side. They also have a mailbox, like a iron one. This one has a very interesting door situation. It has Elvis on it. Elvis Presley. He's playing the guitar. Yeah, it's like a mirrored image of Elvis Presley on the two doors here. And like a mosaic with stars on the top. Very interesting. Not my preference of house, but I wonder if my mom would like live there. She loves Elvis. I know there's lots of Elvis fans. Then you have this house here that looks like it's falling apart. It's got like scaffolding, and the roof is also deteriorated. Looks like it might fall in. And they got all these like, there's like a newer car, some retro ones, a Jaguar here, a Legacy, a really retro one over here, and then like a Pontiac. Those ones are really popular with those car guys. And then their garage is like a wood shed, basically. It looks really sketchy. Right next door, again, you have this like beautiful house. Look at this entrance with the pillars and the stonework. Fantastic. Like it's like a mix of town and country looking. They left some machines behind. This one's from Quebec. And they have a porta potty here. It's green. Doesn't smell bad. They have a John Deere Phantom aggregate and disposal. And they got like some building supplies, construction. Land Pride, some kind of tractor for the gravel. That's a Kubota. And then you have this one here for excavating and grading. Another like tractor looking thing. We could never afford a tractor when we had our farm. My dad tried so hard. He worked so hard and he couldn't afford it, unfortunately. And a lot of farmers in the area had to borrow us their tractor. And we would pay them for it sometimes. And sometimes it would be like a trade-off. Like, you use my tractor, I use your land, or I go hunting on your land for ducks. So it was like a switch off, or like they would come and mow our lawn because they had like a John Deere. There was one neighbor that lived in the guy who grew marijuana in his house, and then he got in trouble and the cops came and he went to prison because it wasn't legal at that time. And he was the one that came into our cottage and destroyed it the first time. The second time we had squatters that were cooking different types of drugs inside. And they were scribbling on the walls with pencils saying like, I'm sorry, I ruined your house. And then it would say like something like, I want to light it on fire. Like really like schizophrenic type of writing, but they were squatters. Like they were homeless people that like would squat in other people's houses when they couldn't find a place to stay. So I feel like there might be squatters living in this one that's abandoned, where Vanessa's dad used to grow his childhood home. There's probably squatters in there. I went into that house the other day to just like kind of explore and kind of do some forensics to see what happened, because his mom got physically abused and sexually abused, and she didn't speak English, and she died from Alzheimer's most recently, and the father passed away first. I don't remember what the gap was between them, but yeah, she was physically and sexually abused here, and she didn't speak a word of English, so that's just sad. So I wanted to see what the inside of the house looked like, and I had a feeling it probably looked exactly what I imagined, and it turned out to be true. But now they're cutting this house up into 9 townhouses, which I find interesting, and I think Vanessa's dad, Valentino, would agree that this house has to be destroyed. He doesn't talk about what happens here or what happened here in his childhood, but he's happily married and he loves his wife very much. So I think both of them want this house to be gone so they don't have to remember these types of negative memories. They put up some kind of caution tape on their fence here. This house didn't have a fence like this before. They just put that in. Probably costed a lot. It's expensive. But yeah, this house had a pool inside. If you saw my previous YouTube video, the pool is abandoned and completely drained out, and a lot of things are broken in this house because it's also vandalized. And they had renters in here that they couldn't kick out. There was a Croatian lady that lived here with her son who had red hair, and she had to move out when it sold. She had it priced very high, and she refused to lower the price, which was a smart move on her because someone actually did purchasing it at the price she wanted. So she had to wait for that to happen, which I think was okay for her. And she got what she wanted in the end. So congratulations. Even though she was kind of mean to me, she told me she would cut my fingers off because I was picking her lilacs that were growing in the front in the public area. And she noticed it, and she also didn't like Russell. So I'm also happy for her to be leaving this area. She has her money now and she can leave. I don't have to deal with her anymore. And I can pick her lilacs as much as I want.